Keith, fuck these niggas.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hi.
Yeah.
I keep trying to re-record this, and I need to just talk without having to worry about like any type of edit or stutter or potential breakdown. This might just come as a surprise to some of you randomly. Why is the Derapy guy making a whole podcast about Tay Keith? What does he know about Tay Keith? I went to Middle Tennessee State University from 2014 through 2018, and apparently so did Tay Keith. We graduated the same year. We were same age, and we came in contact multiple times. So you could imagine why his sudden passing was pretty jarring for me. It happened right up the road. I stayed in Middle Tennessee after college, and apparently he did too. The first time I met Tay Keith was I just got done having lunch somewhere on campus, and there was like 20 or 30 minutes until my next class. There was no time for me to like really go back to my dorm and do anything before class. So I was like, whatever, I'll just go to class like 20 minutes, 25 minutes early or whatever, and just wait for class to start. Yeah, lame, I guess, whatever. It's the second or third floor of the Business and Aerospace building. And oddly enough, Tay Keith had a class in the same hallway as me at the exact same time of day. And this one day I showed up to class early. I couldn't get in the class because it was still locked. There was a different class in there. And the hallway's empty because it's 20 minutes before class is supposed to start. And there's only one person in the hallway, and they're just sitting on the floor with their laptop out. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, is that Tay Keith? Because I just recognized the hair. And he just looked really locked in on his laptop, and he's sitting on the floor. So like, it's very, I was just like, I mean, who else with that hair would be that locked in on their laptop? And I just saw him clicking and dragging things shockingly quick. So I was like, I feel like context clues led me to believe that this is Tay Keith. I don't know how not to be weird about it. So I'm just like, hey, are you Tay Keith? Being so awkward about it. And I don't know, he must have been working on something really important, because the moment I said his name, and low-key, I was being weird. Like, I was like half whispering. There's nobody else in the hallway. I was like, hey, are you Tay Keith? He like half closes his laptop. He's like, yeah, what's up? He's like a little bit defensive. It's totally valid because I'm a stranger, and I'm like, are you Tay Keith? I'm trying really hard not to like fan out, because like obviously I'm familiar with Tay Keith's music. The producer tag is legendary. It's iconic, and I'm just like, I can't believe. So he's like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, I don't really know what else to say besides just big fan of your work. And he says, appreciate it. He's being short, but he's not being unkind, And I'm like, what are you doing here? Like, not at MTSU, like not at college, but like, why are you sitting on the floor, like outside of that? And he said, I'll never forget that he said this, because only one other person had said it to me in my life. He said, well, if you're not early, you're late. And I was like, damn. Yeah, okay, all right, cool, for sure. After that, I said, so corny, but this is all I have. It's like, so you working on a beat? And he's like, yeah. And at this point, I know that I'm pushing it, and he's being way nicer than he really needs to be, just fully indulging me. I'm like, who's the beat for? And he's like, I can't really get it. I was like, okay, all right, okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Tay Keith. He was like, it's cool. And I was like, I just wanted to see what you were up to. I wanted to see if it was, I'm just big fan. I repeat. And he's like, I appreciate you, man. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to like sit down or stand next to my classroom like 10 feet away from him. I was like, let me just go. I'm just going to wait downstairs. And that was my only full conversation with Tay Keith. Just me being like, are you Tay Keith? I'm a big fan. Are you making a beat? Who's it for? That's too much. I'm a big fan. Thank you. But I just remember, like, even though it was probably like a pretty awkward interaction for him. He's still like fully engaged. It was nice. It was just a nice dude. And moving forward, I would go on to see Tay Keith like a half a dozen to a dozen more times. I was in a fraternity in college, so I would see him at tailgates before MTSU football games. I would see him at fraternity parties that I would go to. Oftentimes he was being like, people would have him DJ and he'd just be spinning his own songs. He wasn't doing any like crazy DJ work. He's literally just playing music. Super nice dude. Every single time I saw him, I tried to be like, "What's up, Tay Keith?" And he would just give me this look like, "I remember you, but chill." Every single time I saw him, he was having a good time. He's either playing music, moving to music, dapping somebody up, taking a shot with a different person all the time. He just seemed like such a bright dude. And I think one of the last times I really thought about Tay Keith, outside of like when I'm listening to his music, because every single time I'm live on YouTube, somebody recommends a Tay Keith song, I'm always like, "Yo, it's Tay Keith. Tay Keith and I went to school together." And then somebody's like, "You grew up with Tay Keith?" And I'm like, no. I'm not from Memphis, but but we did go to school together. I saw him. I met him. He's chill. And I guess I just wanted to share this this feeling, this story, this little anecdote, my experience with Tay Keith, knowing him kind of like I didn't know him, but we met and I admired him as somebody that was my age and at my school and graduated the same time as me, but was doing such incredible things. He was such a inspiration, really, just knowing that somebody that age was that talented and had that much influence and was also so humble and valued their education like that, despite not really needing to be at MTSU anymore. Like the connections that he had and the work that he'd done, he did not have to stay at MTSU and get his degree, but he chose to do that. And I just think about like that picture of him like in his cap and gown, and it's just really hard to like process. And I'm not gonna have a breakdown on this podcast. All I'm gonna say is, regardless of your age, you should, obviously cherish the time you have. And even if somebody's doing really well, if they're really successful, if they're getting money, if they're happy with their job, you should still take the time to reach out and check in, because you just never know. You never know what you're taking for granted until it's gone or they're gone. And it's still, I still can't even like properly, I can't even really get used to the idea of referring to Tay Keith in the past tense, like he was 29. Yeah, we're like our birthdays are like a month apart too, and it's just like I'm gonna turn 30 and he's just not, and it's fucked up. So yeah, I don't want to keep rambling about this. Rest in peace, Tay Keith. Not just a really talented human being, but also just a kind, humble, fun-loving dude that didn't seem to really, I never heard a bad thing about him. So yeah, if somebody that knows him way better than I do stumbles across this, I hope you know that, like, if you didn't know him when he was at MCSU, if you didn't know what Tay Keith was like in college, he was just a chill guy, man. So yeah, that's all I have for you. Love you, mean it, spread the bread, tell somebody that you love them today and you're glad that they're alive. Enjoy the outro. You know who it's by.
I won't forget.
wanna make sure I'm